My name is Mallory. I will be doing my film on food inequality and how it is a major environmental justice issue. Now, I chose to do the film by myself, unfortunately, because of the fact of my schedule and the few jobs that I have going on right now. I knew it'd be better if I had just done this alone rather than be part of a group and not be able to actually be there for them. So, this is all on me. But I hope you enjoy what I've done. Unfortunately, again, because of my schedule, that I was only allowed to get so much video and pictures and whatnot to put towards this film. Did my best though, and I hope that you do enjoy what I have to say about this.
Food inequality is a pervasive environmental justice issue affecting low-income communities and communities of color across California, mainly Southern California. In cities like Downey, residents face challenges in accessing affordable and nutritious food. Now, I know Downey is on the more lower end of the quote-unquote food desert category. Yes, we do have quite a bit of restaurants and fast food and markets, but that doesn't mean that we have the money to, the average person, should I say, or resident, has the money for these uh, supposed conveniences. Food deserts are areas with limited grocery stores or fresh food markets, which force families to rely on processed and fast foods. Again, Downey is more on the lower end of the quote unquote food desert category. I'm doing my film on Downey though because I have been born and raised here and still currently live here and noticed a vast change in not just with fresh foods and better markets, but the expansion of restaurants, fast food joints, as well as markets that have closed that were more affordable for the common resident. And now we're getting more of supermarkets that are on the higher end, for example, like Ralph's and Stater Brothers. And we are getting a Sprouts soon, which to the average person, that's not cheap. So this forces families to rely on processed and fast foods. This inequality is a product of a systemic neglect and urban planning choices that prioritize profit over public health. They go hand in hand. You keep the health of the public down, but then we don't offer universal health care. And the majority of people either on Medi-Cal or Medicaid, including myself, or EBT, where we're limited on certain things. So even though people like myself, I am currently working 3 jobs, that does not mean I can afford Stater Brothers, Sprouts, Ralph's type of food, unfortunately, let alone healthcare. As David Hello explains in our book, What is Critical Environmental Justice? Environmental justice extends beyond pollution to encompass social, economic, and racial inequalities. Food deserts are a prime example of how marginalized communities are disproportionately impacted by environmental harm, perpetuating cycles of poor health and poverty. So it's just a continuous cycle. Again, Downey being more on the lower end, Downey, California is located in southeast Los Angeles County. It is a diverse, and excuse my dog in the background, is a diverse community of over 110,000 residents. The city has a mix of middle class and working class neighborhoods with over 70% of the population identifying as Hispanic or Latino. While some areas have access to grocery stores, others are dominated by fast food chains, sorry about my dogs, and convenience stores, creating pockets of food deserts. This disparity is not unique to Downey. It's part of a larger trend across Southern California, where systemic inequality leaves working class and immigrant communities with fewer healthy options. Food deserts like those in Downey contribute to long-term health disparities. According to research, communities with limited access to fresh produce experience higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. This health crisis disproportionately affects communities of color and low-income families who are often unable to afford healthier options even when they are available. Corporations profit from the inequality by saturating these neighborhoods with fast food chains and convenience stores. These businesses target working class communities where cheap processed foods are often the most accessible option. This issue is rooted in environmental racism. Food deserts are more likely to occur in neighborhoods with higher percentages of people of color, systemic neglect,
This project is
discriminatory
taking a little longer than 6 minutes, but I can't help it. I'm a little passionate about this because of the fact not only am I a victim of it, I know there's thousands of others. I have family members that are even worse off than me, working their hardest, yet barely scraping by, barely being able to have the appropriate food that they need to help with not just themselves, with their family as well. So there are a few things that you could do, I could do, we could do to take action. It's like addressing food inequality requires systemic change. Here's how you and I can help support environmental justice efforts in Southern California. A few things I jotted down was support local initiatives, volunteer at community gardens, shop at local farmers markets, and some more, support small businesses. That's what the farmer markets are there for too, is to promote and for your support for small businesses that unfortunately the big men are crushing. These people that work very hard to just sustain their life as well. You could advocate for policy change, like push for city policies that incentivize, grocery stores to open in underserved areas, demand subsidies for fresh food programs in low-income communities, push it harder. I'm sorry, I live in Downey, but we don't need a Sprouts, but we're getting one shortly. We don't need one. We need more reasonable priced markets, not a Sprouts. Um, Educate and engage, raise awareness about food deserts in your community, in your state, in the country even. Like I said, yes, I'm just talking about Downey mainly. There are so many more cities and states out there that are so much worse off, so much worse off, unfortunately. Collaborate with grassroots organizations to amplify their impact. See what you can do, spread the word, open your mouth, give opinions, um, just talk about it, you know? As David Pello emphasizes, environmental justice requires intersectional solutions that address the root causes of inequality. Together, we can create a future where healthy food is accessible to everyone, regardless of race or income. The unfortunate part is we just got to push harder. We got to push harder. I hope you enjoyed my film. Again, sorry it went longer. Have a good day.